Hello and good day everyone. Welcome to my channel, Tea Time and Spells. My name is Melissa and today I'm super excited. I got some happy mail and this is happy mail that's been a long time coming. So this is my very first order from Pure Bliss Wax Company. This is not sponsored or anything. I bought this myself and I had been hemming and hawing on this purchase for months because I'm really picky about scents and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with putty or wax and it was so overwhelming, so I just kind of put it off. And then finally, day after Thanksgiving, I was like, that's it. I need some putty, I need some wax, some good stuff. I've just been using whatever came with Diamond Art Club's kits and they served me well, but I need some good stuff. So let's go and take a look at what I got and hopefully, cross your fingers, I like the scents and it's exactly what I need. So if you are curious to see what I got, I'm also going to be showcasing it with putting it in my actual diamond painting pin. Right now, this just has Diamond Art Club's white putty that they began doing at the beginning of this year. I only have a couple of putty sheets left, but this has not been working well for me lately. Could be because it's super dry and cold here in South Dakota, but I use it for just a short period of time and it just seems like the tackiness just does not work. So I am ready to try out some good stuff. So if you're curious to see, grab yourself a cup of coffee. I've got myself a large cup this morning. I was using my Keurig and I didn't realize that the previous person who used the Keurig, my husband, didn't change it out or throw away the old one. And it was dry, so I thought, oh, somebody must have put in a new one and then forgot we had coffee already made in the big pot. So it was very weak. I had to get a brand new one, hence the very large cup of coffee that is semi-weak. May your coffee be stronger than mine. Okay. So, I got everything covered, hopefully no doxing, but look at that. Oh, happy day, your order is here. That is so stinking cute. I love the personal touches that a lot of the Etsy shops do because it just adds that realism, like you're actually working with somebody real, not just a company out for your money like Walmart or Amazon. But I took the time to use my very dull razor cutter and opened it up. I have not looked inside, but it took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to open up the top. So I'm glad I didn't show that to you guys. But we're gonna just kind of reach in. There's one particular thing I'm looking for. I'm gonna put it off to the side. I don't want, yeah, my, this would be my receipt. And so full transparency, I did not, part of the reason why I didn't order from Pure Bliss Wax Company for a while is because I was super confused about how to order. So I watch Diamond and Washi's scent review videos every month, and I've been kind of hoping and holding out for like a box that really appealed to me. Nothing did, but the scents for this month, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. However, when I went to go and order the scents, I did the limited edition scent and I wanted to get 2 putty and wax. And I'm like, awesome, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Except for when you see the image on the next page, it shows all of her scents. So I'm like, oh, okay, so you choose your primary scent, which I chose reindeer poop because it's supposed to be like cinnamon. And the second one I chose was peppermint mocha. Now this wasn't like a drop down box, you had to type it in, because that was what was on her full list. I didn't understand or read the description very well. So she had to reach out to me and it's like, you have to choose between the 4. And I'm like, oh, well, I really only liked 1 out of them. And then finally I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get the apple one. I think it's candy apple. We're gonna take a look. So I kind of messed up on that one. So just a heads up, when you get the limited edition scented ones on that particular listing, you're choosing from the 4. So just a heads up. And then I ordered the Little Sweetie Pie putty and cover minder set because I love pumpkin. I love everything pumpkin spice. except for when they're confectionery sweet scents. So like if it's pumpkin vanilla cupcake or something like that, I usually don't like. But if it's straight like pumpkin pie, pumpkin, something like that, I usually really like. So again, holding out on this. And then, so these were the original totals up here. And then I did have a coupon because it was Black Friday. So I took it down here. And then I want to say it was like $5 for shipping, something like that. Yeah. So not too bad for quality putty and wax, which I've heard nothing but great things about this company. So let's see what we got. First things first. Ooh, reindeer poop. Okay. Moment been waiting for. I wish there was a better way to order scents with smelling. Like, can we get smellology going with technology? Because that would be nice. Look at that. That's a really cute little mold. Oh my God, I could smell it from here. That is cinnamon. Oh, that smells so good. That is definitely strong cinnamon. Well, I say strong, but at the same time, not like overpowering. I mean, you have to put your nose up to it to get it to burn the inside of your nose, but like from afar, like right here, from here to the camera, I could smell it. And I would say this is probably what the distance you're gonna be, maybe a little bit further actually, when you're diamond painting with drills on the canvas. So, oh, that smells really, really good. Okay, so I'm very happy with that. This was the putty, by the way. And I like to put the putty, I've been experimenting with what I like. So far, I've been enjoying having the putty in my multi-placer. Now, that being said, I'm pretty sure I bent this multi-placer. I'm a bit of a hard presser, and I always notice that like right in between the middle-ish to the side, those two drills don't ever want to stick. And I think I might have bent it in a little bit, which makes me kind of mad. I have to get new tips, and those tips have been like a pain to order lately. They've been out of stock. Okay, so this next one was, okay, winter candied apple. So this one's my wild card one. This is the one that I'm like, oh, I hope this one will be okay. I hope, because I got wax and putty for this scent. Okay, so far, just from here, I smell a slight sweet. Okay, that reminds me of a Bath & Body scent from many, many, many years ago that was wintry, or not wintry, but apple-y. Really subtle, sweet apple, though. Almost like Martinelli's apple cider, actually. And it's really, really subtle. Okay. I don't like it as much as this one, but I don't mind it. I don't mind apple as much. I usually prefer apple cinnamon if I'm gonna go apple, but that's okay. This is a nice sweeter scent, and that's okay. It's good to kind of get them mixed up and trying new things. You know, I think part of my goal for 2026 is to kind of get out of my comfort zone. And I think I'm gonna start with that. And my light is reflecting really badly off of that because they're holographic sticker labels. There we go. So they're really reflecting off. Okay, what do we got next? Okay, we have the wax. Okay, this is reindeer poo. Ooh, reindeer poo. So this one was stronger. From what I've been seeing, the waxes are not as intense. By like a little bit. I mean, I can still smell it from here. It smells really good. That's really subtle. Almost like a lip balm kind of subtle. I like that. And I'm going to be trying this in a multi-placer, actually. I'll be trying it on my small one. I'm gonna try doing wax in this particular pen on both sides, I think. I don't know yet. These are my two main pens that I use. I have a 4-placer and an 8-placer. And I'm thinking I wanna experiment to see which one I like. Ooh, there's the cover minder. So this was the one that came with the pumpkin spice set. That is super cute. I'm really curious. It's kind of a smaller magnet. I want to see how magnetic this is because I have a magnetic light pad underneath here and I could really use something that's kind of stronger. All right, what do we got? Oh, Oh, okay, this is a free gift. Green apple candy soy wax melt. Oh, you know, I don't have a wax melter. Mind you, they're simple to do. Ooh, that smells good. Green apple candy. So this is, it's almost like a less intense version of, like apple taffy. Like, that's kind of what the scent reminds me of. Ooh, you know what I need? I need me a little, just a tiny little wax melt for like just wonderful little scents while I'm diamond painting that won't spill wax everywhere because it's at an incline. I might have to look into something like that. Maybe like a little caddy off to the side. Ooh, that would be nice. I'm sure there's something 3D printed I could look into. Okay, what do we got here? Little sweetie pie. Okay, this is the pumpkin spice spot. This is the pumpkin spot. My God, I can't speak today. Pumpkin pie spice scent. Say that 3 times fast. Pumpkin pie spice scent. Okay, what do we got? Oh, it's upside down. It's a little pumpkin. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, I can tell you right now, off the top, number 1, reindeer poos, number 2, candied apple, number 3. This is gonna be my go-to, I'm sure. Oh, now this one I only got putty, which is a shame because it came as a set with the cover minder. But if I really like it and I like the wax, then I'm gonna have to grab a set, I think. Okay, and here is the last one. So this is wintered candied apple as a wax. So these are all the same color. It looks like they're uncolored. And then, yeah, very, very subtle scent. Almost like a really, yeah, like a really subtle Martinelli's apple cider, or like a sweet Honeycrisp apple, but not as intense. Nope, just a nice subtle fragrance. That's nice. But as nice as the scents are, the practicality is the most important. So we're gonna have to try these out, and that's it. Nothing else. Lots of goodies, lots of fun stuff. I've had this package for 2 days. I've been so busy the last 2 days. I haven't been able to diamond paint, and my putty has been like really driving me crazy, and I've been wanting to try this new stuff out. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's clean out. Whoops. Let me grab my, let's see, are these my, yeah, these are my clean out tweezers because they're all bent to nothing. Like I've kind of butchered the ends on there. So these are my exclusive tweezers that I use to clean out my putty. And I'll just put it right there for now. And this is how I've seen other people do it. So hopefully I've been doing it right. Now, when it comes to loading, I've seen people load it a few different ways. I've seen, you know, the creators of the putty showcase it like differently. And my biggest concern with wax and putty is when I use my fingers, loading it in particularly, that I'm kind of loosening or, you know, messing up the quality or effectiveness of the tacky. So I've tried like loading it in with my tweezers before, and that's just, it's kind of a pain, to be honest with you. Okay, this one had putty on both ends. I don't know if you can see that. And it is an absolute pain to get out. I'm like trying to stuff some of the putty back in and yank it out to see if that'll help. No, I think I'm just refilling it on accident. Dang it. And you can see how, you see the little tip getting, yeah. I've bent these so bad that I'm making them into chopsticks over here. Splitting them so bad. There's gotta be a better way to do this. If you guys have a better way, please let me know in the comment section below. This is horrible. I can understand why people are like going to that that new vacuum pen that I keep seeing. And I can kind of understand, especially for like ABs. ABs are a pain. Although the lily pad, if you don't know, there's an item called the lily pad. I think Tracy's DP World is the one who does it. And all it is, I kind of made my own. Kind of cheated. So I took a little makeup case thingy. Whoops. There we go. And I just cut in like a makeup sponge, and then you just wet it, and then you use your ABs, like you do that, and you just place your ABs with it. It makes it so that they don't stick as much. I love that. And then this was an old cover minder from one of Diamond Art Club's older kits, and I just, you know, use the magnet and give it a little look. So that's my own homemade lily pad. But she's got like really cute little images, or not images, but characters that she's created, like axolotls and of course frogs, and I think I've seen, like maybe a little dragon or something like that. There we go, all out. So, you know, she's got some really cute stuff, and I want to say they're like $4 or $5. So not a lot. Okay, we're gonna go reindeer poo. And I've seen Katie from Diamonds and Washi just do this, where she just like skims it up over, okay? Gotta ruin the prettiness of it. Okay. That looks pretty good. Yeah, let me see. Perfect. All right, that's one side down. Now, I'm only gonna put it on the 4-placer because the 4-placer is not as big. We're gonna try the same method. I don't know if this is gonna be good or not. We are experimenting together. It's actually going in really well. Almost. Okay. And then I'm just gonna use my finger to smush it in. Hopefully I'm not messing up the tackiness of it. Maybe a little bit more. I want to be one of those people who use the stuff that they buy instead of collecting it. I know a lot of people have problems with that, with like stickers and stuff. I'm trying to use the stuff that I'm buying. Ooh, I can smell it from here. This is the reindeer poo, that cinnamon one. That smells really good. Hey, it's sticky. Okay. So we got one down. Now, let's load up this one. Now, this one I'm only gonna do putty. I'm only gonna do putty on this side because this is a twist and pick pin, which if you're not familiar with Diamond Art Club's twist and pick pins, they are preloaded with putty. And then when you need to refill them, you take out this stopper, like plunger thing, and then you refill it with putty. One of the things I'm very curious about, and I'm actually almost kind of coming to the end of this one, is if you can refill it with like her putty. If so, that'd be great. But I'm gonna probably be doing some experimenting for that. So I'm gonna put this one off to the side because that one's loaded. And now let's yank out all the putty from this one. Yeah, you know, I really had a lot of good luck with Diamond Art Club's white putty that they put in with their first initial run. I really liked it, but then they changed it out to like this clear wax. And I haven't tried the clear wax, to be honest. I've been using the classic heart wax, the pink heart wax. There we go. That one kind of came out all nicely. All right. We're gonna go pumpkin because I like my pumpkin. I have to ruin the pretty pumpkin though. All right. One last look at the prettiness. All right, let's ruin it. So I'm just gonna smash it in there, yank away. Well, that worked pretty good. And then I'm trying not to use my hands. I want to give it a good, oh, this is soft. Okay. I am not really good with the tweezers of smushing it in. I always just kind of use my hands, but ooh, I can smell it from here. Okay, this is a little bit stringy. Not too bad though. I am gonna do a little bit with my hands. Okay. overfill it. Let's stab a little bit inside, make sure I got it all the way down. I can maybe fill it a bit. You know what? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just smash it in there. Okay, let's give that a shot. Let's give it a shot. Alrighty. I'm gonna clean this all up, and then we're gonna go to my current whip, and we're gonna test it out. We're gonna put some drills down. Okay, so here's my current whip. This is Cocoa Comfort by Maddie Arts, and as you can see, I'm about halfway. I should get this done within the next week or two. When I have a time to sit down and do it, I mean, I've been doing like half a row because it's really nice color blocking and stuff. So that's what we're actually going to work on. We're gonna try this out with some color blocking with both of these. Let's zoom in. That's pretty good. Okay. There we go. And then let me grab, let's see. What's our color? Let's work on 8. Let's see. 8 is 819. Nope, that is not 8. That's the dollar sign. Sorry. 8 is 353. Alrighty, let's pour this in my little tray. And then let me sit down here. Okay, so we're going to try the big one. We're going to try my multi-placer, and this is with the putty. And let's see how it picks up drills. Very good. Okay. Ooh, that is nice. Very nice, very nice. And then, okay, see that? See how it's that one? I think that came off a heck of a lot easier than what it's been for me. But I think my multi-placer might be bent. See, it's always towards the middle. I'm almost positive, yeah. I think I bent the middle of my multi-placer. That's a shame. The putty's good though. The putty is really good, actually. This has been the smoothest it's been lately because this multi-placer. That's a shame though, but it's nice and it's that perfect texture of being firm but soft at the same time. It's like that perfect medium. Whoops, there we go. I'm gonna try it one more time, and then we're gonna switch over to the wax. And me trying to be gentle there, yeah. I really think it's my multi-placer. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. You think it's my multi-placer that's bent? I know that Diamond Art Club has changed the design so that it's almost like an upside down triangle for reinforcement of that area. Because even when I look at it now, it's slightly bowed in a little bit. I think I need a breakdown, and I think I need to break down and buy a new one. That's a shame. So we're gonna move on to the wax. This is my pumpkin wax, and I could smell it while I'm getting my drills. And let's do right there. Oh, okay. It's stickier than I was expecting. Oh wow, okay. Let's maybe put let's dirty it up just a smidge. Okay, let's try again. I think this one I need to fiddle with a little bit. Yeah, because I don't know if I put in enough on this one, but then a part of me is like, maybe I put too much. Oh, it's sticky. I can't get it off. Okay, this is the wax. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's, I'm just gonna rub it a little bit against my sweatshirt here. See if I can get a little bit of the tackiness off. It's, wow, it's sticky. Feels kind of like a oxymoron statement, but, the wax is really sticky. Huh. Yeah. Okay, let me try. I've got a really fuzzy. See if I can get some of it off. There we go. That seemed to do better. Wow. Okay. Not gonna lie, kind of disappointing. I can't get the darn. Okay. Very serious question here, you guys. What are you doing for the wax to make it not so tacky like that? I mean, I've tried dirtying it up with to lessen it, but that's kind of disappointing. That's not as good as I thought it was going to be. This is why I'm doing it with you guys. First impressions. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know, please. Like, you guys got a tip on to make it better? Because this is a bit frustrating, not gonna lie. This is not as smooth as the putty. And even when I'm trying to grab it with my multi-placer, because this is just a 4-placer. This is not that bad. Like, I'm having a heck of a time just getting the... Okay, so let's try that. Now, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. The glue on this particular one, well, it's sticky. But I was having issues with the other wax and putty as well from Diamond Art Clubs. Okay, that's better. Maybe it's just that you need to really dirty it up, because now it seems like it's kind of working a little bit better. As long as I don't try to pick it back up again. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's try one more set. Yeah, it seems like it's getting a little bit better. I'm gonna try dirtying it up even more. I think that might be the key. Tell you what, her stuff is sticky. Okay, that seems to be better. Mind you, I know my placement right there is not good. I'll have to move it. Okay. Yeah, and it's like, as long as you don't need to correct them. Okay. Nope. I think the tip is dirty them up. Because, oh my gosh, yeah, they're... And if you're a hard placer, like I am, maybe not so hard. Let's see. Okay, well, I was trying to do it gently that time. All right, I think this is going to be a matter of trial and error and practice and kind of seeing what I like. I loved the putty first impression. I did like the putty. Wax, not so much, not gonna lie. However, I am new and I am still learning, and I think some of it is well, I'm not going to say some of it. I'm going to say all of it is probably user error. Because I do notice that from the beginning going now, it is getting better. So I think dirtying up the wax is probably key. I don't know if maybe popping it in the refrigerator, if that would make a difference. Let me know. Let me know all of the tips and tricks in the comment section below when it comes to putty and wax, please. So everything in this pen is wax. Everything. The putty was great. I didn't have any issues with the putty straight out of the box or out of the packaging, but the wax, it's a little bit more finicky. It's a little temperamental. But you know what? This is why we're testing things, right? And this is why I'm sharing, because you guys can teach me. And if I could share a little bit of knowledge with you guys, then there we go. We're all learning together. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to work very, very soon, so I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, putty, 5 out of 5. Wax, 3 out of 5. First impressions. Mind you, first impressions. I might come back in a little bit after dealing with it for a few hours to give you my thoughts and opinions. I am going to do something though. Okay, so this was the reindeer poo wax. I believe this is the reindeer poo wax. Let's see. Yes. I'm gonna throw this in the refrigerator. And then during lunch when I come back, I'm going to pop it out. I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator as well. And I'm gonna see if that helps. And then I'll kind of check back in with you guys to let you know what I thought. You know what? I'm also gonna throw my metal wax, or my metal multi-placer with the putty. I'm gonna throw that in the refrigerator too. I wanna see how that reacts. This one I didn't have problems with. So like, if I put down, this one I have problems with because of the placement, and I'm very confident that that is the placer. But when it comes to like putting them down, it's fine. Like that is not a problem at all. Yeah, see? Like the putty's perfect. Love the putty. So yeah, I'm gonna throw these in the refrigerator, and I'm gonna check back during lunch. So in about 5 hours or so from now, I'm gonna work on this diamond painting a little bit. Maybe do a little, if I remember to record, maybe do a little time lapse. And then I'll kind of check back with you guys with my thoughts after using it for several hours. Maybe, you know, fine tuning with maybe dirtying up the wax. I might also look online a little bit too, see if you guys have any tips and tricks on there that I might be able to apply before I finish this video. Because I'm super confident, you guys, that this is user error. I am so new to the craft and with using different putties and different waxes that I am pretty sure I'm doing this wrong. And maybe not that I'm doing it wrong, but that there are some extra tips that might help with it. Maybe, you know, some tools of the trade, tips of the trade that I'm just not as familiar with. You know, I'm still very ignorant with utilizing all this stuff, and I don't want to, you know, give it a bad impression or a bad review or anything like that. And I'm not going to, because this is good stuff. I do like it. I just think I'm not using it correctly. In particular, the wax. And I know that putty and wax does react differently in different climates. Right now I'm in South Dakota and it's very cold and it's very dry. Mind you, the inside of my house is not cold, but it's incredibly dry. That might be doing something. And maybe just putting it in the refrigerator might help a little bit to stiffen things up. I don't know. So I'm gonna check back with you guys in a few and give you some extra thoughts. right. So after putting these guys in the refrigerator for a few hours, as you could tell, way better. Now, one of the things I did do while I was at work was I did go to the item description for Pure Bliss, for her putties and for her wax, and I didn't bother reading the fine print. So be smart. Don't do what I did. She has it right there that her wax isn't for people who are hard pressers. So that's me. I'm a hard presser. So not ideal for me. And it also says it's also not good for multi-placing. Now, I did put the wax in my 4-placer, and as you could see, it was actually working pretty decent. After I had put it in the refrigerator for a little bit, another thing I did was I kind of jabbed it with my fingers a little bit, because in her item description, she does say that if you find it's really sticky, to go ahead and, you know, put it against your skin to kind of dirty it up with the oils from your fingers. And that will help with the stickiness, which makes sense because when you think about it, it's kind of like the same idea as like the lily pad where you're wetting the tip so it doesn't stick to the ABs as much. This, you're kind of, you know, just putting a little bit of oil from your fingers onto it. So I noticed a dramatic difference putting it back in the refrigerator, putting it, you know, dabbing it with my fingers like you're supposed to. Perfect now. So 5 out of 5 on the wax. I am darn convinced that it is my multi-placer here on the other end where it's not as good. Although I did notice that I was able to get a lot of the drills to stay completely when I was multi-placing with this one. So putting the putty in the refrigerator helped as well. That helped kind of stiffen it up. But I did see that they have a seven place multi-tool or multi-placer on Diamond Art Club's website right now, and I think I might snag it. But I need a painting to go with it if I'm going to do that, and none of the paintings I want that are on my wish list are in stock. So I might just kind of deal with it until there's a painting that I want, and then I might add it on to get that free shipping, because we don't pay for shipping. But overall, I'm very glad that I kept saying it's user error, because it is. I am new. I started at the beginning of the year. This is my first time dealing with some premium putty and premium wax. I am so happy. I'll tell you what, when I was multi-placing, I could just smell. Oh, I could smell the wax and the putty. It smells so good. I was loving that. It's a nice subtle scent too. It's not like it's in your face kind of a scent. It's more of a, oh, that's a really nice, almost like an air freshener kind of a scent. Like just a nice whiff of cinnamon and pumpkin, just the Christmas spirit right now. You know, and I'm working on my little gingerbread man here, and it was just, I was feeling the vibes with my cute little cover minder here. Aw, she's so cute. So no, all in all, 5 out of 5 stars for everything that she makes. Perfect. She does a great job. And she actually has a YouTube channel as well. And I'll link to her YouTube channel because she deserves all the love, all the recognition. She's one hard-working gal because she does all of this herself, and she, you know, curates all of the monthly bundles, and I mean, it's a lot of work. So kudos to her. She makes all of this with her family, and she's doing a great job. So thank you for sticking around, going through the trial and error. You know, I try to make it realistic of, you know, as someone who's never purchased wax or putty before, trying it out for the first time. You know, you live and learn, and you figure out what you're doing wrong, and then you Google it and look at the item description on the Etsy listing. I feel really silly because not only did I mess up when I ordered this stuff because I didn't read the item description correctly, and then I didn't read the item description more thoroughly when it came to what the wax can and can't do. That being said, She says her wax isn't made for multi-placers. I would say for the 4-placer though, it was doing really good. I actually really liked this. I liked her putty too. So I'm kind of debating on if I want to take out the wax that's in my 4-placer, put it back in here, and put the putty in here. I don't know, because once I was in my groove, as you can see, I was doing pretty decent. Don't mind my gapping. Most of the time when I'm working on my kits, I'm kind of closer, and I also would have like a release paper right here so that my shirt wouldn't get fuzzies all over it, and then I'd be able to multi-place a lot better. But as you can see, when I was multi-placing, I was using this tip to kind of scoot, you know, like this one right here, kind of scoot the drills over. And when I was trying that earlier, it kept sticking to the drill and causing it to pop off. So yeah, popping it in the refrigerator for a little bit maybe, or just, you know, doing her trick with the finger, that's fine. And knowing that, I'm not gonna feel so bad when I go to reload it to just use my finger. Just, you know, just push it down a little bit. Not at all. So that's it. That's my very comprehensive first thoughts, first impressions, and learning experience all in one. So hopefully you found it enjoyable, laughing at my antics, my nativity. Maybe you learned a thing or two, you know, coming from a novice. And if you have any tips or tricks regarding putty and wax, leave them in the comment section below. I would love all of the tips and tricks, please. Otherwise, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video, and if I don't have a video up before Christmas, for those of you who celebrate, Merry Christmas.